Eunice, how has it been going for you? How are you feeling today?
I feel great. I feel rested, dare I even say.
Mm,
Another weekend of touring. We were in New York and we were in Binghamton, New York, Huntington, New York, and Port Chester, New York. And I'm not familiar with I mean, I've been to New York a lot of times, but if you're not
yeah.
saying like New York City or Harlem or Manhattan. We were in Huntington, which is actually Long Island. And when I tell you,
Oh,
those folks talk so aggressively,
yeah.
like after the show, they're like, we got to get a picture. Come here. We got to take a picture. I got a picture with
Yeah,
you. I want a
yeah,
shirt. Where's the shirt? Give me a book. How many books can I get? Give me. It's like, I think you're saying something good.
yeah.
Where are you? Come on. I'm following. I'm following you now. We're going to get a picture now. Come on. Take our picture. We're getting a picture. And I was like, boy, y'all is some hard talkers up here in Long Island. Long
Long
Island.
Island. Oh
But it
my
was great.
goodness.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
well received. They had a good time. But between the two of us, we're touring, we're traveling, you're about to embark on an actual tour. You know, I'm older than you, but there's a lot to be said for restoring and replenishing from the energy of performing, the energy of engaging, the energy of travel. And so you asked, I said all that to say, I feel rested today. I have a list of things to get taken care of here at
Yeah.
home, so I'm excited. I feel good.
Yeah. So
I don't
so
be I don't be fixing up for you, and I figure as long as I have on my hope hat, you will accept me. But
absolutely.
okay,
Actually, that's
okay,
exactly it. I think once you drape yourself in hope, you have
the
arrived
rest is yes.
just right for the occasion. Um,
How was your
uh,
weekend?
I had quite a busy weekend as well. I was engaged in uh, Image Awards week,
Yes,
NAACP Image Awards week. Um, I, of course, as you know, was nominated for
yes.
um, outstanding gospel Christian song with my song "I Prayed for You." I
Hmm.
didn't take home the win. Um,
Okay.
that does suck, but
Yes.
I was happy for the person who did win, which was Tamala Mann. She won for a song that I dig, and listen, I've been a fan of the folks that I've been nominated up against many times before. I think I shared the story when I was nominated up against Bruno Mars and John Legend, and I'm like, these are my guys.
Mhm.
I'm a fan. When they told their fans to go vote, I'm like, okay, even if it was against me.
You still
Um,
voted for them. Yeah,
yeah,
I
I
get it.
still voted. Listen, it's an honor to be in the number. I am. It is not missed on me that is a win in and of itself, but it's different when you can take home the trophy and claim the top victory in these competitions. And so I want to be very honest with my feelings in that space, because I think we as a society have done a great job at the performative, you know I'm just happy to be here when it's
Right.
like, yeah, I'm happy to be here, but I'm also wanting a little bit more. So
Hmm.
it's the gratitude and the hopefulness that coexists for me. Because this is my ninth nomination.
Is it
Yeah, my ninth nomination.
okay?
So I've been nominated for my music and also for my acting, in various categories, from R&B to gospel to, guest starring on Star and a lot of things. But we're here. We're here,
Okay.
and we're gonna
Well, you
keep
know
pushing.
what? I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of you. You look healthy. I didn't get a chance to
Wait,
actually watch the awards.
down south, you look healthy. Mean you're fat. You've been eating.
No, that's not what I mean.
Oh, okay.
No, that might be what y'all talk about in LA. That
No,
might be
that's
what y'all
down
say in
south. You
LA.
look healthy. You look healthy. You know it.
No, when I
You
say
in
you look
Birmingham.
healthy, meaning I was worried about the energy of you after not winning this weekend. So when I say you look
Yeah.
healthy, I'm
Your
saying,
text helped
hey,
me too. Your
yes, I
text
did. So I was
pushed
in
me
New
to have
York.
fun.
I was heading to my show and I looked at the time and I said, let me just text my friend and say, enjoy the evening,
Yes.
because
Yes.
understandably so you wanted to win, understandably so it's frustrating to not win, especially when you have something you are exceedingly proud of and
Hmm.
that is showing up for people. But that's also why I wanted to talk about the topic I sent you is being in the room when it happens, because
Absolutely.
you've been in some amazing rooms. And again, this is not. I don't want to place this to you before you like just be happy you're in the room. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Okay. We want to win an award. Okay. And we still need Berkeley to invite us to something too, right? I'm making a list, right?
I know. I know.
Okay. Making a list. I'm making a list. Uh, so I don't want you to think that I am minimizing your actual experience. Okay.
Right.
So when I'm saying something, I am saying something separate from that. Okay.
I wonder if this is going to be a podcast that's going to have me weeping like a deacon. Oh,
No, no.
Lord. Okay, let me catch
You
my
see what
breath.
I'm saying? You already a little shaky emotionally already. Just listen to me. Just listen to me.
Listen, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead. This is good.
So this ain't got nothing to do with nothing you be talking about. Okay.
All right.
So I didn't get a chance to watch the show this year. I actually was able to attend the show last year, which was really cool. But
Yes,
this
which
year,
is crazy because that was before we met and we were
right?
in the same space. That's
Isn't
wild.
that crazy? So I
Yeah.
know. So I was like, man, everybody's there, and I was there last year. And I'm not there this year, and personally, I don't feel like anybody can have a good time if I'm not there. So I'm sure y'all had an okay time, but I wasn't there, so I know it wasn't the most fun you could have. But I was reflecting on last year being in LA and being in the room when it happened, right? And how that
Hmm.
felt to not be nominated, not be recognized. I was invited because I know somebody, and but taking in that room and the energy of the room, and in the commercial breaks, the peers and colleagues getting up to talk to each other, and seeing the magic of television behind the scenes, and even the after party. I enjoyed the after party more than the show, I will say, because I was free to
After
roam
party
and
was bananas last
always good.
year.
Last
Last
year it
year,
was
it
amazing.
hit different better than
Because
any
I
other
was
year.
there. So I didn't even ask you yet, but because I was there, right? So I
Mm.
know this year y'all didn't have it like that. So anyway, but last year, I mean, I went and talked to Cord Overstreet, who had just won the Oscar. I had went and talked to Quinta Brunson. I mean, I just had a great time. But anyway, so I wasn't there, and I was thinking of all my friends that were going to be there. And I was thinking of my friends that were nominated, and I have one friend that was nominated and won, and I had one friend that was nominated and didn't win. And I was trying to think of who am I for these people in the room, right? Because
Mm.
now I'm not in the room when it's happening, but who can I be to these people that are in the room? And how do the people in the room feel? So, my friend who was nominated and won, Marlon Wayans, uh,
Yes. Shout
he
out
and
to
his family.
them. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Now, again, for most of us in the culture, the Wayans are like the royal family of comedy.
Absolutely.
That was Marlon's first award for acting in life. First
Wow.
nomination, I do believe, also as well. Maybe he got nominated for something for like MTV or something around white chicks, but this was his first win, right? And so I look at somebody like that who is getting his first win while also being inducted into the Hall of Fame, the same breath.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that kind of tells you, hey, it's the breadth of the experience, and it might not be notched and acknowledged along each moment for you, but we're watching. And
Yeah.
so think of the people at home who are dreaming or imagining being in the room when it happens. So being someone who has not been in the room to someone who has been in the room to someone who has not been in the room again, my perspective of that, and I want to ask you your perspective of being in the room, whether it was this week or whether it was the Grammys, all the rooms you're in, all the different luncheons and awards that you get invited to, you were heavily involved with the campaign. You imagine, or do you imagine, how many people are watching and wishing they could be in the room when it happened?
Hmm.
Do you ever think about them? Because I think about them because I am them and have been them and will be them every year at the US Open tennis in New York. I feel so
Hmm.
left out every year because I'm not hanging out in the suite with somebody sipping on champagne. Every year I watch it on TV and they show all the celebrities and stars that are hanging out in New York at the US Open. And I always feel like literally left out.
Hmm.
Don't know why, but I'm not someone who just consumes people's biggest moments as an audience member. I imagine what it must be like to be there. So from you being in the rooms, and you having not grown up in rooms, how does it feel to be in the room when it happens? How would you describe that for us? Because a lot of people who are watching or listening to us have not been in the room.
Well, like you, I've experienced being in the room. I've experienced wanting to be in the room. And I've experienced witnessing other people in the room or being adjacent to the ones that get invited to be in the room. Um, so I think my position when I'm in the room is never like I'm in the room, so I don't care about nobody else.
Mhm.
I literally think about a lot of things while in the room. And I sometimes just need to work on being a bit more present more often. I'll always have a moment of being present, like, y'all, I'm in the room.
Mhm.
I'm in the room, i.e., uh, the Grammys not too long ago.
Mhm.
I was in
You was
the
all up in the
room.
room.
I was
Yes.
in the room.
We saw you in
And
the
and
room. You didn't have to
and
tell us. We saw you.
yes, but it happened in a very serendipitous, unplanned way, which it has been happening for me. I think most of my life, like it's always been a bit unorthodox, and um, for the most part, um, I know what it was like to want to try to get in the room and try to figure out who do I call to get in the room. And I know what it's like when they said, here are all of your credentials for you to be in the room.